got his NFL football. So Aaron Rodgers' earnings from this his one game performance last year, he made $81.14. That's crazy, James. I mean, when you heard that, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, for that's the game performance. I think it's like however much they play or however well they pay. That's what their that's the money that they get back for it.
Yeah, I mean, he played one game, but
Considering it was Aaron Rodgers, though,
they could have gave him at least a couple hundred or something.
yeah, give him $1,000 or something, bump it up because it's Aaron Rodgers. But
81 is kind of like it's like an insult, really.
yeah, it's this has me excited to see his comeback and see him recover from that horrible injury that he sustained.
Yeah. And that kind of just gets us into it, man. The first question, based on his performance, was this amount of money an insult of his career, or does it make sense that pretty much that's what he deserved?
I guess he promised the Jets a 17 game season,
Yeah.
possibly with postseason games there at the end. So
Yeah.
I think he's made plenty of money, and also he still made his base salary. So
I mean, yeah.
it seems like it makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's not really tripping off of it like that. Like, oh man, because I mean, you only played one. Was it one play or one? I think we'll get into
It
it.
was
But
on the first series, I know.
first series,
Offense.
yeah. It made perfect sense. I mean, he only did 4 snaps. He had 4 snaps. It's one of his poorest performances for sure I've ever seen. But like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just so used to him with the Packers. I never. Did he ever be? Was he at any on any other team?
No, always with the
That
Packers.
yeah, and I don't know. It questions me like, was that a part of it? You think maybe him transitioning to the Jets, and it's like, you know what I mean? But if we just look at Aaron Rodgers' achievements, he's a 4-time most valuable player, Super Bowl champion, all-time elite quarterback. His highest record was in 2011. Um, Without the rushing yards, he had 4,681 yards. So, like I said, he's definitely a GOAT. He's definitely a legend. He had 45 touchdowns this season, 6 interceptions, and like I said, that's Tom Brady numbers right there.
Oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers was a lot of fun to watch if you were a Packers fan.
Oh yeah, he was different. He was definitely different coming up with the Packers for
And he
sure.
was getting those MVPs after his first Super Bowl win.
Yeah,
So, he was still showing
he
how
was still
talented
showing
he
how
was.
good he was. Yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah, like I said, it's I'm kind of 50-50 with it. Like I want to see how he plays this season, but yeah. Um, that kind of goes into our second one, man. Do you guys think? Well, do you think him trading to another team had to be a part of his poor performance, or was it just more of a personal thing?
I think it's a combination of things. I think he wanted a new setting. He wanted to try something different and see what else was out there.
Yeah,
And maybe he was inspired by Tom Brady making the move like he
yeah.
did.
For me, it was definitely personal. It was definitely personal. There are some people saying that he might have faked the injury. Um, but I don't think that's the case. It's crazy. I kind of seen a clip of him talking about it, like, "Come on, why would I fake an injury?" You know what I mean? But I kind of feel for the fans too because, like, dude, you played one game, so that kind of like I can see if you played a couple games with this injury, but it's like this is your first game, and it's like it kind of gives you a sense like you don't want to play tight, but
He would have been on the field if he could, knowing
yeah, yeah,
the type
yeah.
of
So, and that's
athlete.
like I know, I kind of know him, and I know he loves the game. So it's like I'm kind of 50-50 with it. But uh, yeah, it's crazy that he was only able to do that one game. You know.
He also had quarterback Jordan Love kind of sitting there and waiting.
Yeah.
So, and that was similar to the way he was waiting on Favre to eventually go to another team.
Yeah.
So it's
Exactly.
just kind of history repeating itself.
Yeah.
And Favre actually went to the Jets, which I actually didn't make that connection until right now. But
I don't know, man. We just gotta see. We definitely gotta wait and see for sure. And then our last one. This is kind of a two part. Um, if he doesn't redeem himself in this upcoming fall season, because I think right now he's pretty good to go for the next season. Uh, should he consider retiring? And if so, will he make it to the Hall of Fame?
He will be a Hall of Famer
Yeah,
for sure. Even with just one Super Bowl, any Super Bowl, and you can ask any player who doesn't have one. Any Super Bowl is
it's
wonderful.
yeah. It's not easy. It's not an easy task. Um, I think he definitely should try to consider retirement if especially with because or at least free agency so the Jets can get a good quarterback. Like they could have got Caleb for all of that. You know what I'm saying? Is I feel bad for the Jets because how much they traded to get him. They had to trade a lot of some of their good pieces to get Rodgers.
And if he leaves the Jets, like where does he? Maybe the Vegas Raiders or
Um,
something. Vegas needs a quarterback.
yeah, I think he'll probably try to stay somewhere up north region. Yeah, like I said, it's either that or like I said, retirement. But it's really up to him, though. It's really up to him. But he definitely needs to have a better season than last one, at least. A couple games. Um, but yeah, I just feel bad for the Jets right now, man, because it's like even if they lose him and they can't find another quarterback, a good talent. Like, say if they can't get Caleb or another good talent, what are they gonna do? As far as a quarterback. Um, but like I said, you guys let us know how y'all feel about Aaron Rodgers right now, and should he retire if this season doesn't work out for him, and how y'all feel about the Jets? Any Jets fans, leave it in the comment section. But my last topic before I pass it over to my co-host James.
J&J Sports coming to y'all with more in 2024.